Oh, Dad, Tommy, what a beautiful day it is today. The sun's been beaming. I've got a bit red, caught the sun a little bit. I think, look, had my head done. I think, yeah, I caught the sun. I think I might be a little bit burnt, so I'm a bit sore. But I wanted to talk about Granit Xhaka and Thomas Partey. Now, the rumours are going around that Granit Xhaka has apparently agreed terms with Bayer Leverkusen, but there's been no movement on it. There's been no solid movement on it. I've been listening out to all the pundits, all Fabrizio Romano, Ben Jacobs, Allstein, all these proper top-notch journalists, and they're not mentioning or not saying anything about the imminent departure of Granit Xhaka like they was a few weeks ago. Is he staying? Is he going to stay? Thomas Partey too. Thomas Partey, they were saying that Thomas Partey was going to leave, but is Thomas Partey going to stay as well? Can you imagine this? Can you imagine if them two do stay, and we still sign Declan Rice, and we still sign Moises Caicedo for that midfield, the 6 and 8 positions there. And don't forget about Emil Smith-Rowe, who apparently is also being sort of nurtured into being like a number 8, sort of box-to-box style of player. Like he got Bergkamp's number, didn't he? Number 10. A couple of seasons ago, they gave him the number 10. And in this season, he didn't cut the muscle at all. Even I know he was injured a lot, but he didn't get onto the field. He might have should have a few times, because Fabio Vieira is definitely like Rob Holding. They're not the guys for me, not at all. Let me know what you think in the comments with them two, because I don't think Fabio Vieira is. Fabio Vieira, we should try and offload him as soon as possible, even before Granit Xhaka goes or Thomas Partey. But I've got a sneaky feeling that Granit Xhaka and Thomas Partey might stay. Can you imagine that if they do stay? Even if we do sign Declan Rice and Caicedo, they'd be the starting two. But then you'd have players that have played so well. I know Thomas Partey, he dropped off a little bit. He ruined himself a little bit last season. So, but there's still a player there. There's still a world-class, well, maybe not so much world-class now, because, hang on, sorry. It's a siren going past. He's not the player he was. He's not the player he could have been. I don't think he hit the absolute levels he could have, but there was a drop-off when he wasn't playing. Do you remember when he was injured and they tried to replace him? They tried Fabio Vieira, going in there alongside Xhaka. It wasn't working out, and there was a difference. You did notice a difference when Thomas Partey wasn't there. Like the same thing when Saliba weren't there towards the end of the last 10 games or whatever of last season. We did notice a drop-off there when Rob Holding tried to go in there, and the new Kiwi or centre-half. There was a drop-off with when Saliba weren't there. There was a drop-off when Partey weren't there. But to have Granit Xhaka, who had his best season for us last season, without a shadow of a doubt, don't care what anybody says, he had a great season for us. And if he stays, Thomas Partey stays, and Moises Caicedo and Declan Rice come in as well, battling for them 6 and 8 positions in midfield, I think that would be a tremendous piece of business. Tremendous. And that would be exactly like what a Man City does. Having players to replace, say, injuries or suspensions or whatever, having players like that to replace your first team squad. First team squad players as well. This is what we need at Arsenal. This is definitely what we need. And I hope they do stay. Listen, Granit Xhaka's redeeming himself in my eyes. Thomas Partey, there's a player still there. I don't care what anybody says. There's a player still there. I know he looks like he didn't want to be there for a little bit in his last few games. And he ain't been the same player. I think he might have been still carrying some sort of injury. But there's still a player there, mate. There's still definitely a player. And with Xhaka, and then Moises Caicedo and Declan Rice, I know there's been all other interest everywhere, and you've got other YouTubers complaining. I won't name him, but there's one that don't stop freaking moaning about it. Why ain't business done yet? Why ain't it done now? Why ain't it done? Why ain't it done? Blah, blah, blah. Why ain't it done? Listen, things take time. It's the windows open today. I know other players have already been transferred. There's been about 30 or 40, whatever, other transfers already completed before the windows open. It's like Liverpool have done business, or they've got McAllister, haven't they, from Brighton. But that's irrelevant anyway. The window's just opened. There's a lot of legal stuff going about. There's this and that and contract. It's all different. It's all hard to get the deals done nowadays. But let me tell you something. If they do stay, Granit Xhaka with Thomas Partey, and then we do get a Declan Rice and a Caicedo, we don't have to be both of them. Might get another. As long as there's 2 other midfielders in them positions that come in of that elite level, then we've got a chance. Let me know what you think in the comments, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Cheers.